Hey, been a while. So a few weeks ago, Mortal Kombat 12 was officially confirmed by Warner Brothers in the most anticlimactic way possible. I know I'm very late on this, but obviously I stopped uploading for a while, which I explain on my community tab. Mortal Kombat 12 is NetherRealm's most important game yet, in my opinion. It has a lot to improve on since Mortal Kombat 11, and considering the competition around right now, it has a lot to live up to. Today I will be covering the top 5 things Mortal Kombat 12 needs. This was the most voted for in the poll I put up a while back, and the other videos on that poll will also be made at some point. Before we get started, make sure to like and subscribe and follow me on Twitter, and if there's anything you want to see me cover in a video, make sure to put it down in the comments below, and if I make a video about it, I'll give you a shout out. Without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Number 5. Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat was a fun idea and a fun game mode back in Armageddon. Honestly, I'm surprised it hasn't returned or hasn't been turned into a mobile game at least. Imagine Mortal Kombat as a mobile game. That would actually be pretty cool. It's one of those game modes that unfortunately won't be coming back anytime soon, along with like chess combat. But Ed Boon did put on a poll on his Twitter asking which game mode would you want to see return in Mortal Kombat 12, and Mortal Kombat did come second only to Conquest. Honestly, I think it's everything but confirmed that Conquest will be in the next game, but with Mortal Kombat coming second, we might have a chance of seeing the game mode return in the future. But at the same time, you have to ask yourself, would this really be decided on a small Twitter poll? Number 4. Tag Team. A lot of people, including me, were a big fan of Tag Team back in Mortal Kombat 9. It was a lot of fun playing this mode, especially with your friends, but don't get me wrong, there were a lot of broken duos in Mortal Kombat 9 that were damn near unbeatable, so they would have to look into that somehow because there were a lot of infinites with some character assists and stuff like that. In Mortal Kombat 12, I would love to see Tag Team return, and I'm sure a lot of other people would like to see Tag Team back as well. I don't know how they do it, but I'd love to see if you could play Tag Team online with a friend, but you wouldn't have to be with your friend in person. According to Ed Boon, Tag Team wasn't used as much as they wanted to in Mortal Kombat 9 and was used less than regular 1v1, but I think a lot of people want to see Tag Team return, man, and I think it will be used a lot more in Mortal Kombat 12 than it was in Mortal Kombat 9. Number 3. Better customization. A big problem I had with Mortal Kombat 11 was the customization of the game. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying it was handled bad by any means. It's a massive improvement over Injustice 2's customization, and the way it was handled in Mortal Kombat 11 was very well. But the main problem I have with the customization of the game is the character skins. A lot, and I mean a lot of the skins in this game are either overly detailed, overly designed, or overly armored. I'm not going to go too in-depth about this because I am making a video where I talk a lot more about this, but imagine being a Katana fan like me, for example, and all of her skins were her armored up Revenant version. I don't even know if I would have played her at all in this game if that was the case. Some of the skins in this game don't even represent what the character is supposed to be, like what the hell is this biker gear Nightwolf supposed to be? Frost really suffers from this as well. She's one of the worst offenders. Like, be honest, which one are you going to pick? This one or this one? A lot of people are going to pick the classic costume because that's the skin that looks like the character. And a lot of the customization options are just unnecessary. Like, I'm never going to want to customize the bottle Scarlet uses that I'm never going to see in gameplay. Cabal is worse than Frost in this game in terms of skins, but I'm going to save this whole thing for another video that I talked about earlier. Number 2, Conquest. Conquest mode back in Deception was probably the best story mode we have ever gotten in a Mortal Kombat game. Even though there wasn't a big cinematic story with cutscenes and all that like Mortal Kombat 9, X, and 11, but the overall presentation and small little references on the game just made it so good. But for me, I prefer Armageddon's Conquest mode, but I'll admit Deception's is just better. Assuming Mortal Kombat 12 will be about the Great Kung Lao, imagine the story mode is a conquest mode where you start off in the Shaolin Monastery as Kung Lao, and throughout the story you progress to Goro in the tournament. And between are the cinematic cutscenes. And hopefully there won't be any jobbers because no one likes seeing Baraka or Reptile lose to everyone. A Conquest mode in Mortal Kombat 12 would obviously look a lot. I mean, their competitor Street Fighter 6 is apparently going to have a Conquest mode apparently, so it only makes sense for NetherRealm to have it. I think the Conquest mode in Mortal Kombat 12 would be very similar to the Crypt in Mortal Kombat 11, like gameplay wise and just how it looks in general, and I think that's how it will be presented in the next game. But with a few changes, like you get to go to other realms, and that's probably where you get to get all your unlockables in the game. I think it will go from Crypt-like gameplay where you get to move around and go to other realms to cinematic cutscenes, then to actual fighting gameplay. And number 1 is no time travel. This is my biggest problem with Mortal Kombat 11's story, even more than the unnecessary retcons and the gameplay issues of the game. When I say no time travel, it's a bit of a broad term because this entry on the list, this means time travel, but also Titans and all of that nonsense. Let's just not have time travel. Let's just have this timeline be the only one going forward, and it only resets the timeline if we absolutely have to, like if Shang Tsung and Liu Kang's aftermath endings collide. All this time travel just overcomplicates everything. Like, let's just have a timeline going forward unless we have to reset it. And all of this Titan bullshit is so unnecessary. Like, the Titans are above the One Being, even though the One Being is what started the universe and time itself? Okay then. And you know, it's bad when the writers don't even agree with each other on this. Dominic Cianciolo says the Titans are above the One Being, and Sean Kittleson says the One Being is above the Titans. Let's just ignore this Titan bullshit, retcon it out, pretend it never existed because it's just completely unnecessary. And so that's about it. If you agree or disagree with any of the points I covered in this video, make sure to let me know down in the comments below. If you have a list of your own things Mortal Kombat 12 needs, also put that down in the comments. Make sure to like and subscribe and follow me on Twitter. It helps this channel way more than you would imagine. If there's a video you want to see me cover in a video, make sure to put it down in the comments below. And if I make a video about it, I'll give you a shout out as always. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you all later. Thank you.